Okay, says we are live. So let's just checking my phone here to see how much of a slag we have tonight before we get started. Not too bad yet. Let's go on. All right. Hey, there we go. Okay, hey there. Welcome to my auction here on September the 11th. A very somber day, of course, and our prayers go out to all the families that are still affected. It is a I debated about even doing something today, but it was what worked for me. So unfortunately, uh, things are going well here in Northwest Vermont, and I haven't had an auction. Well, I was in the pop-up panel with a bunch of other folks a week ago, Friday. So no, yeah, September 1st. No, yeah, almost 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, whatever. Anyway, and that went well, and thank you to all that participated in that. And so I finally getting around to doing an auction of my own here again, and I may do a second one this week. We're talking about doing a Halloween-themed auction. We have a lot of Halloween stuff, and should get it out there before so people can get it shipped in time and their decorations up or whatever. I have a couple items tonight, but not too much. But I hope you've had a chance to see the preview, and there were some items in there. And of course, there's always more items than what was in the preview that we'll do. Hey, Cassandra, thank you for joining. I see you in the chat. I hope things are going well in Hawaii. So I have been following what's going on there, of course, in Maui, and listening to all the broad amount of news reports on that. Some good, some bad. So I hope things work out for the better for all the folks that lived there and lost things, and hopefully can recover some in some form or fashion. So we've had some weird weather here in Vermont all summer. It's been either really rainy, wet, and damp, and hot at the same, and not at the same time. Now it's finally cooled off, and I think it was 66, I think, for a high today, something like that. Fahrenheit, of course. And that's kind of what we're going to see now is mostly 60s and 70s right through September, which is pretty typical for us. And then into October, which is, again, 60s would be the nice weather in October. Foliage season hasn't quite kicked off yet here. It's a little early for that, but we are going to have some foliage this year. They're saying because of all the rain that the leaves should be much more brilliant in color. Remains to be seen. Then that usually is the first week in October when the peak is for us here in this part of Vermont. The further south you go, the later it is. So if you're visit New York, for example, or Vermont in the southern parts of the states. But still recovering from it all. Okay. Can't wait till winter. I can't say I ever say that. We do. I grew up here, so winter is just something we have. And I know some folks don't like it and some folks love it. And I'm kind of in the middle. I don't mind the snow. I don't like the 20 below zero kind of stuff. Never did. It's very difficult, but we just stay in. We have a nice wood stove and keeps us plenty warm, and we have plenty of things to keep us busy indoors. I'm not a skier. I used to do some cross-country skiing, but never did it downhill. Not into that, although I'm literally 20 minutes away from one of the more popular slopes around here. Let me see, what else? Oh, hopefully, I know, boy, thank you to all who's, I don't know if anybody here on this has been, saw the video we posted of our dog, our new dog, puppy. She's about, well, she'll be 14 months old now, playing with our daughter's bigger dog. And boy, I'm surprised how popular that video has. It surprised the heck out of me. We'll probably post some more videos of her and as time goes on. She's a very talkative dog, so I'll probably get some of that in there. She's, for those that maybe watch dog videos, huskies in particular, you've seen them they can really shatter up a storm. And she can be like that. She can very expressive kind of, I wouldn't call it barking. It's kind of yapping, barking. It's very expressive. So sometimes it means something, and other times she just wants to play. She's very playful. Yes, thanks. She is adorable, and she's very loving, loves people. She will bark for attention sometimes, and people take that as being aggressive, but that's not what she is. She just wants someone to come over and pet her. She's like, hey, come over here, come over here. The only way she knows how to express that is the bark. So, and she loves to play with any dog she comes in contact with. I mean, any dog. When we've been camping, she goes nuts when she sees the dogs and wants to play. So, okay, well, let's get started. Let's see. Been trying to figure out what I want to start with today. Let me look at my list here. I always keep for those that sometimes catch it on the corner of the camera, I have a cool clipboard with my list of items, and I don't have I never plan. I used to in the beginning plan, oh, I'll show this, and this in that order. Now I just kind of wing it. I have a list of things and I'll start showing it. So I think what I'll start with is a couple of, let me see here. We will start with a game. How's that? And this is brand new in the box, and I'm going to switch cameras here, so pardon me while I do that. I'm not a person who likes hold everything up in front of me. It just doesn't work well for me. I prefer using this other camera because it's a much better camera, and I can get the lighting much better on it. Okay, so this is it's called Teasers. It says 7 different solid wood games. It is new. The plastic got torn here on the top, so but it is sealed. And you can see all the games here in there in the back on here. I think see who made this. Made by a company called Cardinal Industries. And so let's we'll type something here in the comments. Oh, I always shoot. I didn't put. Oh yeah. Just for anybody new that might be new to watching here. Okay, so teasers, games, wooden games. We'll do a starting bid on this of, let's say, $8. And that's some. If you're familiar, it has these colored pegs of the various different games, including this something as simplistic tic-tac-toe, and then they have the other various puzzle type games. Oh, sorry, let me get that light. There we go, so it doesn't get the reflection on the plastic here. But yeah, that's drop it down like that. Maybe that'd be better. There we go. That's much better. You can see it more plainly without the reflection of the plastic. So yeah, it's brand new in the pack, new in the box, and yeah, if you're people who travel and want to keep these games in the car, obviously this has got small parts, so it does say not for children under 3 years. Choking hazard, that kind of stuff. You can see the warning here down in the bottom corner. But anyway, so this comes with quite a few little games. I say 7 different games, or 7 different types of games, and maybe there's variations of each. I have no idea. But that is the first thing. And I've actually, let's see, besides tic-tac-toe, which I think everybody knows how to play, some of these I've never seen, so they were new to me. I have seen the games where you have pins and you're trying to remove all the pins by just jumping over pins and that kind of thing. So I don't know if that's the type of game that's in here. I don't, but it doesn't. Well, the boards themselves had the descriptions of I can do it again with the flash, like the triangle one. You can see it gives. Get it up closer. So it gives the instructions right on the game itself, so you don't have to worry about losing instructions. But anyway, so Okay, well, and as I always say, for those that come in late or those that maybe watch this video later on, of course, my email's there on the bottom. I request that, of course, you um, email me your shipping information, your real name if it's different than your YouTube name, and your PayPal email that I would use for billing. I bill through PayPal. I use pirateship.com for shipping, calculating the shipping, which gets you the best deal I can get out there. I'll give you the best price that I can get through that, and it's usually it usually ends up being either UPS or the post office. FedEx are very, very rarely is the cheapest, but it is one of the options that's there. When we're bidding, it's if it's under $10, it's in dollar increments or more. If it's after $10, it's $2 increments or more. And I think that is about the only rules you need to know. I will try to be diligent about marking it sold if it's sold, and the person who bought it, and then I will obviously write it down on my own records here as well. And I think that covers most of it. If there's something gets damaged in the shipping, of course, everything I ship it now with the new Ground Advantage stuff on post office is all automatically insured for $100. So everything gets insured. So if there's some damage, you just email me, send me a picture, and we'll take care of it. So I ask you to do that, please, within a few days of receiving the package. I do know of one person that I've seen in here who's very active in this stuff, who sometimes gets packages and doesn't open for a month or more. So, and then of course the risk is there is that if something got broken, it's too late to ask for a refund. Although the post office, I think, allows up to a 60-day window. So that's pretty good, actually. All right, so we'll pass on that. Excuse me. And we'll move on to the next item. And we'll start with some jewelry. Let's see, I think this is a good one to start with. We'll just start with a simple little costume bracelet. I apologize for the tags on here. I've been trying to get really good about inventorying my stuff. And so a lot of these tags are the inventory for inventory purposes. Let me see, where did they? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna put it here and then bring my camera down. Let it focus. So this is a small costume. It's pink and gold. I'll go into a little bit more here, but I'm just going to call this a pink and gold tone bracelet. We'll start this at, what's that on my list now? Oh yeah, $6. And I'll hold it in my hand here in a minute, give you a better close-up view. Okay, so this is some, there, get a good idea. It's kind of pink and with gold tone beads, and it's 3 strands. And then at the end here, let me bring it around. So pardon me for moving around a lot here, but I'm just trying to bring it to you can see that there's a kind of a dangly part that holds, that's right where the 3 strands come together. And it looks like little, I wouldn't say they're crystal, but they're certainly really, really shiny, various beads on it. Probably acrylic, I would guess. And it's not a really large bracelet, and it is stretchy though. Let me hold my hand still here so it'll focus. But that is the bracelet. One of many jewelry items tonight. I have quite a bit of jewelry tonight, actually. But, I thought it was very eye-catching. The little 3 strands. And I thought somebody might appreciate. Get the tag out of the way. Here. Hold it like that so you get a bit of view. I have very large hands, so you can't go by my hand. My ruler. What is to do? My ruler. Of course, it's not handy. But I couldn't give you an idea of how long it is. It is not detachable, of course, because it is stretchy. But okay. Yeah, it's cute bracelet. Thanks, Cassandra. Okay. I was looking for a ruler that could at least give you the diameter of it. But I always seem to misplace that thing. I have a tape measure, but I can use that, I guess. Looks like diameter is about 2.5 inches, maybe. So, okay. We will pass for now on that. That's okay. All depends on what people are looking for. We'll set that aside. Well, I'm thinking about the next item here. Oh, yeah. Well, this is sort of jewelry related. Yeah. Make some notes here to myself. And bracelet. So I have this cute little, it's called a ring dish. And I've seen it described a couple of different ways. I am calling it a bulldog. And I'll show you in a minute here, but let me just write this up. And $8 on this. Now, I did try to look this up. It needs a little cleaning. Of course, you can see there's some debris in there, but I didn't want to get in there and dig around too much. But this cute little guy, to me, is a bulldog. And when I did look it up, they call it a French bulldog, actually. Somebody called it something else, and I forget what. But there's no markings on the bottom. There was some remnants of a sticker. And it is kind of a platinum-like trim. That's a platinum or gold trim on the edges. Somebody called it gold-plated. I don't believe that. I think it's just gold tone. It to me doesn't have the right appearance to be gold-plated. But it is about, I would guess, 3 inches across. No, I take that back. I'm way off on that. Looks like it's about 4.5 inches across. So, and there's the back. And it, one of the places when I did look this up, they called it, the company that make it is La Casa Bella. And that's why I was trying to look desperately to see if there was markings underneath the sticker, underneath the remnants of this price tag that was on here. And that's the way it was, like that. And I just don't, usually you can sometimes see it through the label, but I didn't want to really scratch it up or anything like that, trying to get that label off or soak it. But it's cute. It's a little, I say it's called a ring dish. And anybody using the French bulldogs, or if you think that's what it is, bring it up closer here and you can get a better look at it. You say, I apologize for the dirt. As I joke, sometimes I am called vintage dust for a reason. I'm very careful about how if I do clean something, I only clean something I know I can clean properly. So, yeah, it is a nice piece. So, anyway, there's that. And seeing nobody jumping on the opportunity for that, we will pass on that. And while that is being, let's throw another piece of jewelry out there. Like I said, I did have some Halloween stuff, and that's what I'll show next. So let's get this guy out of the way. Put him in a safe place. So I have a Halloween pin. And you see the original price from when this was sold many years ago. I think this is vintage. The remnants of a sticker on the back are hard to tell where it came from. It does say made in China, though, of course. So, but I did find this, and I guess it is considered vintage. And where is that on my list here? Okay, we'll ask $5 for that. If there's any interest, like I said, it is you will not find this anywhere other than in the vintage market. I think at this point, and it says it glows in the dark. In fact, the ones I was finding out there, none of them were on the original card like this one. Most of them were used. I don't think this has ever been used. There were, if it was, whoever had it took very, very good care of it. So, but it says boo if you can't make that out, by the way, on the bottom part. It's got some kind of a green glow material there too in the boo. But anyway, I thought some people appreciate it being on the original card, which I thought was kind of cool. Yeah, and it's one of the 2 Halloween items we're going to show tonight. And then we will move on to, let's see here. I said I have a lot of jewelry, so I probably should try and get some of that up. Let me grab this guy. Okay. Alrighty. It says there's a few people out there in the chat. So far, Cassandra is the only one making comments. That's okay. I know some people like to stay out there and lurk in the chat, and that's fine. Okay, we'll pass for now on that and put that aside. I do have, and I'm going to put this on I'm hoping that works well on this board. I know that sometimes things don't do well. Oops. Let me get the tag off here. Excuse me. Pardon for the blank screen here, but I'm just trying to adjust something. Next piece is a Monet piece. And I want to display it nicely. But I want to get that tag out of the way. There we go. All right. There. That's not bad. Let me back up the camera. Back up the. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Klutz tonight. Okay. There we go. Back that up so you can see it on the camera nicely. Oh, that is going to come out pretty well, I think. Sometimes I know they say black does not do well, but I think that's mostly with sterling items. I think with this, because of the white, it really contrasts it nicely. So this is a Monet. Let me get the description down right. It's written. I wrote the description on a tag. Okay, yes, white. It's white lucite with gold beads in between. Then we'll start this at $12. This is a nice piece. This came from an estate. The woman who had this jewelry was quite well to do. So she and apparently attended events in the big city. So some of this came from her collection. There we go. That's nice and symmetrical. And I will show, it does have a gold tone here, and you can see the adjustable here. The Monet tag is Try and get in the camera here. Sorry. It's going to be upside down, but you'll see it there. It does say Monet. And so it's adjustable in length. This is a 28-inch. 28-inch necklace. So, yeah. So anyway, but it is a white lucite, and you can sort of make it out. You can see the gold tone in the chain there, and in between each bead is a gold tone bead. Now you say there's Marc Monet right there. And I don't think it says anything else. It just says Monet on both sides, I believe. Yep. Yep. The little copyright symbol. And it's a hook type mechanism. Okay. Pass for now on that. And let me cross that one off my list. Okay. Well, I've had this one piece lurking off to the side, so we'll show that one next. And this is a music box. And bring the camera down a little bit here. This is a music box from, and it plays the theme from Love Story. Let me wind it up. It is a Sankyo movement. And we'll start this at, what did I put down for that guy? Oh, come on now. No, that's not it. Oh, there it is. We'll start that one at $10. And see it does say there is a date on this, and it says 1971 Japan, Chadwick Miller on the bottom. If you can make that out. And then of course it says the Sankyo made in Japan on the turnstile. Cassandra's there at 10. If anybody else was interested, the next bid would be 12. It's because of its age, there was somewhere, but nothing serious. I might want to do a little cleaning on it. That would be about it. I remember seeing this movie when I was 18. I think I went to it with my then girlfriend, now wife, I recall. But I could be wrong about that. My memory's not like it used to be. Okay, we got Cassandra at 10. We're going to say going once. Going twice. Okay, I'm just trying to decide what I'm going to do next here. Sold Cassandra for $10. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Cassandra. I know you will enjoy it. It's got a really, something with the Sankyo movements are always seem to be really good quality, and sound great. Okay, let me put that aside in a nice safe place. Don't want that to see any bumps. Okay. All right. Now, in the preview, I did show a Coach purse, and I am going to show that now and need to explain something about it. Okay. So this is a Coach purse, and where was my notes here? It is not in mint condition. That's the best way. I'm trying to be gentle about it here. It was used for sure. And we will start this at $8. And that sounds like an incredible deal, but I explain why. And this is a starting bid, but there is some wear on this, and it really have to look for it. But you can sort of see it right there in the corner, right here. I'm gonna put my finger on it. There's a little bit of the where the threading is kind of coming apart, a little bit right there, very, very faint. And there's some wear in the threads here. And there was another spot on this side where there's some wear right there. Okay. Otherwise, it is an authentic Coach. The tag is in here. It's an E060-10262. And the zippers all work. There's a zipper on the inside and pouches here. There's the main zipper on the top here. And it's really sturdy and a very heavy bag, actually. So this is the one side. And there's I would call it the back of the purse, because it doesn't have the elaborate decoration, that they have on the front here with this really heavy clip. The straps seem to be in good shape, surprisingly. I always thought the straps that usually take the beating, but this has some minor things here on the corners here where the folds are. Basically, it's like it must have gotten flexed one time too many or something. But I thought I'd throw it out there for a really low ball price and see if anybody was interested. You do have to look at. You got to look at it pretty closely to see the damage. It's not terribly obvious, and maybe somebody knows how to make a minor repair to improve the look of it. Maybe with a little, I don't know, hot glue or something like that to keep the threads from separating. But it's got some wear. But I thought, people still like Coach purses, and they are well made. It's very rugged, and heavy material. Let me see, with a zippered pouch on the inside, and two pockets on the inside, and the Coach tag, of course, and the heavy zipper. But anyway, like I said, it still looks nice. It just has those two spots that are some wear on them, and it does detract from the value, of course. So I thought, somebody's interested just to have a nice Coach purse, despite the little bit of wear on it. $8 is a very fair price. So, and so I'm trying to be upfront about the condition and show you everything I know about it. Like I said, the bottom seems to be okay. I don't see anything significant there, but I did want to point out that it has some wear issues. So anyway, anybody looking at this later on and interested, that's fine. And if you follow my eBay site, which I have a link to, I think, in my About thing, I will be shortly posting a Coach purse that is in much, much better condition out there on eBay within the next few days. If not tomorrow. It all depends on how much free time I can get to start posting stuff again out there on eBay. But anyway, so there's that, and that's the Coach purse. So, and like I say, the bargain. So, but not seeing anybody jumping at it for that price, so that is fine. We'll just pass for now on that. I do have a few other purses tonight, and then we'll get to those in a bit. We'll try and spread things out here a little bit. And like I say, I'll try to offer some variety of things. Let's throw another piece of jewelry out there. Oh yeah, I like this piece. This piece, look at my description. This is also lucite. It's from the 1960s. It's called Moon Glow. Let me get my board again because I think it really, this board will show this one nicely as well. This is actually a really, really pretty piece. And it's 18 inches. Let me get the board up here and get the camera up. It's called Moon Glow. It's pink. Bring it up a little more. There we go. Bring that in closer. There, let it focus. Okay, so pink, Moon Glow, lucite necklace. And we'll start this at 14. Where am I here? I'll bring it up closer here to the camera. It is beaded. It is knotted in between each item. And the reason we know of the vintage is the way the clasp is. This is the back of the necklace. You say, well, wait a minute, that doesn't look like there's any way to take this necklace off. Aha, but you squeeze this little piece right there. And that comes out of that piece right there. And there are no markings on this, on that. The only place there would be a marking would be probably on that. But so it just snaps right in there. And you can see it's beaded between each. It's knotted, keep saying that, knotted between each lucite bead. And it captures the light so remarkably well. And what did I say? I said that was how many inches long? I said 18 inches. So I would call this vintage. Yeah, it's very pretty pink. And definitely, oops, a little askew here. There we go. Let's make that look a little better. Yeah, for the Barbie fans out there, this is a pink. This is definitely a Barbie pink. But the beads just capture the light beautifully well, and I don't think the camera's doing it justice, to be honest. It looks a little more washed out in the camera. Let me see if I can, see if it helps if I do this. Turn that off. That help a little? It helped a little bit. Brought some more of the pink out. But anyways, when I bring it up closer to the camera, you can see the luster in it. But you're seeing the reflection of the light on it as well. But very pretty. And definitely vintage from the 60s. And you don't see that type of clasp much either. Okay, oops, I'm not putting it on there very symmetrically, am I? There we go. So, okay. Well, if somebody sees this later and they think that $14 is a fair price, let me know. Okay. Let's see here. What's next? Oh, let's show that one up. Let's change up again a little bit. This was in the preview. Don't pass it now on this. Okay. And this is also vintage. This game, I'm going to bring it back here. It's from 1962, and it's for adults. It says from ages 6 to 60. And basically, there's marbles in these plastic tubes, and you can probably hear that. But you're basically racing to get the marbles from on your tube down before the other person does. There's variations of the game. They explain the directions on the back. And you can see right there, it says copyright 1962 by Milton Bradley Company. And of course, for those of us who grew up in the 60s, boob tube meant television. So, and my goodness, I can't type. I guess it doesn't like the word, typing the word boob tube in there. I don't know. Oh, we'll start this at, what did I say? $8 started on this. It is, as you can see in the original packaging, I don't think it's ever been taken out of this package. The original price is on there still from whatever department store that was, Department 11. And that is, they say you can use it as a relay game for house parties. That makes sense, actually. You can use it as a puzzler. It seems to be in very good condition, obviously. Even the packaging is in excellent condition. There's some minor wear on the top. On the very top, just a little bit of fringing, but that's about it. But anyway, I thought I'd see if there's any interest in that particular game. I haven't had much success in the past. I've sold some games in the past, but this one I thought is, because it's vintage and it's quite challenging and a bit loud, but no louder than some games we've played in our household. So I thought I'd throw it out there and see if there's any interest in a boob tube game. Like I say, it's can be used for parties, for kids, whatever. So it's kind of cool. So, alrighty. We'll pass for now on that. Yeah, it is definitely a cool vintage game. I've never seen it before, and I say I grew up in in the 60s, and I never remember ever seeing this. But we had a limited exposure to life out there in the small rural towns of Maine. So, okay, I have got this. It's been sitting there on the side. I'm going to bring my camera down here. This really pretty little, that's my inventory tag, pardon that, little balloon glass teapot. It's about, what did I say? I don't remember now. Looks like it's about a little over 5 inches in length this way, and about 4 inches tall, roughly. There's definitely some weight to it. So purple, I'm going to call this a purple glass teapot paperweight. And this is definitely, I have checked these guys out, and I am still offering this at, I think, a very good price. And, if you look this guy up, you will see they're going for a lot more than what I'm asking. So I just thought, and we'll bring it up closer. You can see the pattern there. Oh yeah, that's come out nicely there in the camera. You can see the swirls inside the glass of when they blow this glass, and there's no markings. There are no markings on this, and the bottom is not. I'm not calling this Monet. I mean, no, this is what I'm looking for. Murano. I have too many M's in my head. It doesn't appear to have markings. It must have had a sticker at one time. There's a little minor amount of sticker residue, but the bottom's not polished. It's often with the Murano, the bottoms are polished as well as the rest of it. So, but it's hefty, but very solid and very nice piece. I'll show the other side. You can see the pattern in there in the glass. Yeah, I don't know how they do that. And I've watched glass blowing. It always amazes me. So if I put my hands behind it, you can see it much better. If we take it away and it's just white, you can see the bubbles in it, which is kind of cool too. So anyway, so that's that piece. Excuse me, I'll grab another sip of water. It is in perfect condition. There is no nicks, chips, or anything on it. There's nothing wrong with it whatsoever. Okay. All right, I'm going to show two items here next, and only because they're basically from the same company and the same kind of thing. And we will pass for now on the paperweight. That's fine. Just move it over here out of the way. I'm keeping it on the table because it's the safest place for it. Okay, I have two brooches. Hang on, I'm trying to figure out how to describe this in the chat here. Yeah, let's do it that way. So I have these two brooches. They're Scottish, made by a company called Tantalon Ceramics in Scotland. Now I'll show the first one. This one's on the card. With ceramic brooch, hand decorated, and so it's just nothing on the back. Okay, and then I have a second one, same company. I just don't have the card for it. But it is exactly the same company. Now you can see the back of it here. So I would call this one we'll call that pink. It's kind of a rosé, flowers, colored flowers, and then this one is a green leafy brooch. So if there's any interest, I'm going to bring the camera down so you can see both there in the frame. And choice for $8 for these ceramic brooches. If you buy just one, I'll give you the one card I have for it. I thought I had the second card, but I can't find it. This came from the state that I have on consignment. So, but yeah, they're pretty. And I looked this company up. There's still a website out there from Tantalon Ceramics, and it doesn't appear like they make anything new anymore. But yeah, they are beautiful things, Cassandra. But if there's no interest in those, that is fine. Pass for those now on those. Just try to make sure I chat long enough to take into account the lag here between the video and the chat. And that's okay. Okay. Let me brooches. Yeah. Make sure I check off the right thing on my list. And I have a lot of jewelry, so I should probably do another jewelry, and then we'll. Oh no! I got. This is I didn't show this in the preview. This thing's so big. I'm not sure how to show it. I'm trying to bring it around here, so I apologize. But this is. I'm going to bring the camera way up and bring it down. So focus down. This is a set of bellows. They're wood, and it looks like an eagle on here. These are rivets and leather, and this looks like it's brass on the tip. I did try to comp this a bit, and I'm not really sure what to start this at, but I'm assuming they're vintage. It's vintage. The age is definitely been exposed to some weather or use or something. So it is, but it does work. The bellows are there. The leather's there. I'm assuming leather. You can see the hole here on the bottom for the intake, air intake. Don't ask me what kind of wood. The wood is definitely weathered. And I'll give some more close-ups here for now. But I'm going to question mark vintage. We'll start this at $20. And this is actually, when I did look these up, this is below market value, way below market value. But I don't know much about them, and the prices were all over the place out there when I started looking these up. So I thought I'd give this out there. I got this at a good deal, so I thought I'd give somebody else a good deal if they think and somebody would be interested in that. So I'm going to bring it up closer here and show you the parts and pieces. So there's the tip, and you can see the rivets, and this is all like a leather here and here, all the way around. You can see the bellows part here, the hole, the air intake hole there, all riveted. And the leather seems to be good. This little American Eagle type thing here, just also riveted on. And then the handle. Don't know what kind of wood. I don't recognize the grain. Could stand a good cleaning probably, but again, I don't clean these things up. I thought of a unique piece I'd throw out there. If nobody's interested in it tonight, I'll probably throw this out on eBay and see what happens. But I thought I'd give my audience a shot at it, and maybe they can turn around and sell it for a lot more. I have no idea. So, but like I said, I got it for bargain. So, okay. Very interesting piece. And like I said, it does seem to be intact. I didn't see any, when I use it, it does blow air. So, and there's some minor damage on the tip here. It looks like, all this looks like it's rolled brass on the tip. I think it looks. See, it's a piece there. So, I honestly don't know what they were using it for, or if it was just a piece of decor. And it could be for that. And if you just have a fireplace, you put it on your fireplace for decor. So, okay. Say for those who've watched my auctions in the past and the ones I participate in with other people, I always say I bring a lot of different things, and this is definitely the most different thing I ever brought. But we'll pass for now on it. Yes, it is very unique. Okay. I do have one other item that was in the preview that is also extremely unique, and I will get to that in a little while. Okay, let me set that aside, out of the way. Let's see, what was I going to do? Oh, yeah. I'm trying not to overwhelm you with jewelry here, but I do have a lot. Okay, I have Simply Vera bag. Now, I'll leave the camera up where it is. I think it'll do it a bit. And this is, they call it Simply Vera Orange. So that's what I'm going to call it. I'll show you the details here in a minute, and we'll start this at $9. So it seems to be in excellent condition. It's got the Simply Vera. If you can make that out in the gray here, and then it has the pocket here in the front. All the gray material on the inside is Simply Vera everywhere you look. Even here is an S and a V in the logo. There's the inside. It's this gray and reddish accent. Again, there's the Simply Vera tag inside. Vera Wang. All man-made materials. Gold tone zipper with a pull like that. And the other side of the bag also has a big back pocket here with a magnetic clasp. And then there's another one here in the front behind this front pouch that has another magnetic clasp here. So pretty good size bag. It is definitely a hand bag. You know, there's no strap. Bring the camera up again here so you can see it properly. There we go. But $9 for this Simply Vera bag. It is definitely an orange with red accents. Inside this is another zippered pouch here, which works fine. And of course, they always have the little pockets on the inside as well. So, so it's like three major pockets like that, and one smaller one on the front. And a good deal, I think, at $9 for Simply Vera. That is in excellent condition. Nowhere I could find on it anywhere. It's very, very clean. Maybe a minor, you might want to do a minor cleaning. You might have some dust on it or whatever, but there's no wear in the material that I could find or tears. Off to work, Cassandra. All right, thank you. See you next time. Okay. Alrighty. No interest in the Simply Vera. That is fine. We'll pass for now on that. And if there's somebody in here later on that's interested, give me a jingle. I do have a couple more purses that we'll show here as we go on. I am going to go to the next item that we got from this estate. It's two pieces. I say it's a set, I should say, actually. That's a better way to describe it. This is something that they had purchased from the New York Opera Company. And you'll see that in a moment here, as soon as I untangle a little bit. Oh, let me put it on the board. That might be the better way to show it. Again, it's white, so okay. So this is, I'm going to call this the Bohemian, and you're going to see why in a minute. Glass necklace and earring set. And I'm going to start this at $25. This is definitely vintage, and you'll see here are the earrings. I'm going to bring the earrings up close. We're guessing lucite beads, probably, and they're clip. As you can see by the label, they are clip earrings. You can see the original price actually on here for just the earrings. And there's what the earrings look like. And then you can see why it's called Bohemian glass. It was purchased from the New York City Opera. And this is definitely vintage. It's got a gold tone clasp here. Try to keep my hand still, sorry. Several strands. I believe we said, let me see if I wrote down what the length was on the tag here. No, it did not. But you can see on this that it hangs quite low. It's very pretty. There's the earrings on the bottom here. Clip earrings. We go with it. All part of a set. And this is, I would say, highly collectible. You can go ahead and comp this and see that this is a good deal. And something that was purchased from the New York City Opera many years ago. Okay. Hey, Randa. Thanks for joining. Hope you're doing well. Okay. So, as I say, you can see why I call it Bohemian Glass. That's what they call it in their, the New York City Opera called it in their shop when they were selling this back. I'm going to take a wild guess and say this is because of the clip earrings. It goes back to probably the 60s. It's been a while. Yes, it has. Yeah. For me, it's been I think I haven't done an auction since what was the last one? Well, I did one with the group, but I haven't done one as my own for a while. I did one with a group back on the 1st of September, and then prior to that, it was about a week before that I did my last auction back in August. So yes, but I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, and we are trying to shoot for 2 a week now instead of just 1. So, for those that came in late, maybe the next one will have some Halloween stuff. I had a couple items tonight, but we'll have some more of Halloween items in our next auction, which I'm not sure which day it's going to be yet, but it'll be in the latter part of the week. So, okay. No interest in the Bohemian Glass. That's okay. Again, this is an item that we'll definitely put out there on eBay. And let's see if we get bites for that. Okay. Let's pull this aside. Oh, let's see here. Oh, we did that too. And we did that. Okay. Oh yeah, I'll just throw. Speaking of Halloween, so I've got these placemats. I'll do a picture here better. These are 2 sets of 4 placemats, and to me, they're because of the orange and black. They kind of I would call it they call them shine metallic round placemat set of 4. I have 2 sets of 4 here actually, and it says it's a 15-inch round, and it says easy to clean. So I've got 2 sets here, and I am looking for, let's see, blue and red thing in the photo. I'm not sure. Blue and red thing in the photo. Oh, in the photo of what I showed before. My preview. I'll have to look. I cannot recall. Terrible me, but let me see what you're referring to here and see if I can find it. Give me just a second. No, not there. I'm digging through my archive here. All right, what did I do with that picture? Yeah, no, in the thumbnail. Oh, that the boob. Oh, the boob tube game. Oh, that's this. I showed this earlier. It's the boob tube race. It's a plastic tubes with marbles inside that you race to get it to go down inside, and it's a game that's from 1962, and All the marbles, you try and get them from the top to the bottom. The first player that to do it wins. But they also have some various things in the back of various things you can do, like in a party. You could use it in the party as a party thing, as a relay. You can, and they got all kinds of things in here as a puzzler and stuff. But this was from 1962, and I was asking, what was I asking for that? $8 for that, Rhonda. No, it was, and this is from 1962 by Milton Bradley. So yeah, that was $8. If you're interested. Okay. Also, thank you. Well, I mean, put your name down. Alrighty. Okay. So what was I doing? Okay. Yeah. and the packaging, and I think it doesn't appear it's been taken out of the packaging. I can't guarantee that, of course, but the packaging is in such great shape. And it doesn't look like if it's got used, it's probably from just somebody wherever it was being sold. Well, it's probably just people playing with it. So okay, where were we? Oh yeah, orange and black placemats. Oh, what did I say I was going to do with placemats? $8. $8 again. Each. So I have 2. Oops, I can't spell black. Oh my goodness. Black. Oh well. Anyway, yes, I do have 2. You can see they're new with tags. Came from Home Goods one time. And they're a metallic color, shiny. Still in the original, with the original tags and everything. So, if there's any interest in that, there are 2 sets there and I say it would fit your Halloween theme in the sense of the color scheme, orange and black. But you could probably use any time of the year, I imagine. Made by Benson Mills Company in Brooklyn, New York. It says it's 80% metallic, 20% polypropylene. Easily wipes clean with a damp cloth. And that is that. Oh, it must be intended for Halloween because I see it on the thing here is a little spider web in the logo. So I guess it is definitely a Halloween-y type thing. Yeah. Yeah, they're shiny, so they tend to look like glass, but they're flexible, so nothing. Yep. 15-inch across. Thank you for sharing. Appreciate that. Okay. All right. We've had those up there for a bit, so we'll pass them now. Like I said, I try to chit-chat long enough to catch up with the lag, and that's fine. We'll just include those again in our Halloween themed thing, maybe. I will advertise it as that. Okay. Where did I do my pen? There we go. Placemats. Oh yeah. Well, let me do another piece of jewelry. This is another piece that came from this estate. It's a necklace, and let me get my board again. It's really long. I think this is I didn't write down how long, but it looks like it's quite long. Even spin it around here so the tag doesn't. Like I say, I got these little tags on the other of my inventory, so I can try to keep track of things. This is a very delicate little looking little. It's gemstone chips. You have amethyst and some citrine, peridot, maybe some quartz and smoky quartz down here. So a little everything. I'm going to call this a multi-chip necklace. And we'll start that at 10. It is not stretchy or anything, but I'm going to bring it up close here so you can see it better. I guess that's not going to show up as well on the black against the black, so let me put it on my hand and bring it up so you can see it better. There we go. You can see the variety of colors. The green is the peridot, and then you can see the amethyst, the light purple, and like I said, the kind of a faint yellow is the citrine. The clear could be quartz, and so on. And then there's also some smoke, maybe some smoky quartz in there as well. Oh, thank you, Randa. I see Randa at 10. The next bit, if anybody's interested, would be 12 or higher. It doesn't. It hangs nicely on this thing, but I don't think it. I guess at a distance, it seems to show the colors not too badly here. We'll say going once, going twice. Last call. And sold to Randa for $10. Thank you, Randa. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me make a note of that. Multi-chip, there it is. Cool. Okay. Thank you. You set that aside with your other item. Okay. Next. Oh yeah, I've got these. We just have a ton of purses we got our hands on just recently. Now I'm going to show this one. It's going to look like an Ameribag, but it's not labeled anywhere that it's an Ameribag. For those familiar, I'm going to call this an Ameribag like bag. And where did I have that on my list here? Give me a second. Oh yeah, we'll start this at 15. So if you're not familiar with Ameribags, they're very popular because they're considered a better bag to carry, better for you health-wise and carrying-wise. So it's a shoulder bag. And this one is kind of a greenish color that shows in the light here. So it's got a zippered pocket here and a zippered pocket on the back. And I'm saying it's leather because if you look at, there's a big plus with this one as well. There are pockets on the inside. And if you look at the material on the inside, you can see, the leather, the inside of a leather, I call it furry, I don't know what else to call it, bag. But, there's a bonus. It comes with 2 more little bags that are also of the same material and color, of course. And they just fine. And there's no label on this anywhere that I could find. We do have an Ameribag, but this was not labeled. But it's maybe this company is trying to mimic the Ameribag look. But you can see the sewing in through here on the leather, and it's a very well built bag with the extra 2 little I would call this like a coin purse or something like that, or makeup bag, or whatever you want to call it, that's inside. This tag that's on there is just my inventory tag. You can ignore that. But these are that you carry over your shoulder, and supposedly this is really a much healthier bag to carry as far as your back and the way it carries. It's got a nice wide strap. That strap is a good 1.5 inches across, I think, maybe even 2. I was right, 1.5 inches, about 1.5 inches strap across, so it's not going to dig into your shoulder. And again, this is all really well made. No damage to it whatsoever. It looks like it's, if ever been used, it was used very lightly or very well taken care of. But anyway, that is that Amera bag-like bag. It's green, it's greenish. I'm going to say it's not like a deep green. It's kind of a it's not a seafoam green either. What would we call that? Almost like like the inside of an avocado kind of green. Kind of, more like that kind of green. But and I think that shows pretty well in the video, actually, the color green that it is. But I thought I'd throw this one out there, see if there's any interest. You don't see too many leather purses for that kind of price. Like I said, there were no tags, nothing in here, no labels. I looked multiple times in here trying to find any kind of label, marking, or whatever, and there was just nothing that I could find. But anyway, okay, well, that's all right. I thought there might be some interest in that. You see, it's kind of the latest thing nowadays, these bags. And we'll throw that out there later on to someone else. Okay, let me set that aside. Okay. There it is. Checking that off my list. Okay, one of the few green. We'll stick with green theme here. These normally come in a set of 4, but these are vintage Sunday glasses, and they're what they call a green satin glass. That's for now on that guy. Glass Sunday dish, or some might call it a banana split dish because of the shape. And the whole, when I've seen this out there on the internet, when you go out there and try to comp things a little bit, I've seen usually they come in sets of 4. So obviously this is a good replacement. If somebody's looking to sell them as replacements, I'm going to make this a really good deal. I'm going to say just $9 for all 3, and that's that. And it's a really heavy glass, and I'll package this really, really well, of course. But there's some dirt. I did not, again, I tell people I don't always take the time to research everything on how to clean it. I mean, I could have just stuck this in the dishwasher, I guess. But there is no damage on any of these, no chips, nicks, nothing, no cracks. Really quite pretty. Bring the camera down a bit. So you can see that better. There. But I thought, I know some people have this kind of stuff out there, and they use it. They are often selling these things as replacements for people who have broken one. So I try to keep this price so that if you're a reseller, you can still make some good money on these. So at $3 a piece, that's a pretty good deal. So anyway, that's what they are. Like I say, some people call them a banana boat. banana boat dish because of the shape. But, it is essentially a banana sundae type dish. We will leave it at that. Okay. All right. I'm thinking about that. Let me grab the next item here. Oh. And for those that came in late, yeah, they're pretty. Thanks, Miranda. They're a pretty color. They some of this stuff is coming from an estate that I've been asked to help with. So, and some of this is the jewelry. Now I'm going to get my little board again and try to put this up properly here. Get the inventory tag out of the way. It's really in the way on this one. Come on. All right, I'll just leave it at that. I'm going to double this guy up because I think that's the best way to show it. All right, let's pull these guys out of the way. We'll pass for now on those. And we'll go with this glass, pink and green glass necklace. And what was I going to do? We're starting this at $8 also. And I'll do some close up here. This actually comes up pretty well against the black. So I've doubled it up so you can see it better. But and that's not going to work. If I get too close, then it does really mess things up. So it's got a toggle type mechanism that holds it together. So if the whole overall length of it, let me put it down on the board here and see it's quite long. Let me get this out of the way. And I think tape measure. The overall drop on it is 20 inches. So that's why I was doubling up on it. So you can, again, let's feel that clasp again. And I'll bring some of the beads up close here on my hand. That seems to be the best. Camera seems to like that. Let me get that inventory tag behind my hand. There we go. So it doesn't distort. But it's interesting. It's these little glass, pink and heart. I would call them kind of a leaf shape, I guess. I'm not sure. And then the green leaves. It's probably some oh yeah, hearts, pink hearts, and green leaves. So it gives you an idea of the color. It's pretty good actually. It came out pretty good on camera. Focus now. There we go. Anyway, so that's really nice. And I don't know if it's vintage or not. Again, this came from that same estate. This woman bought a lot of jewelry. And some of this I know goes back, that is considered technically would be vintage. I don't think she's living anymore. I think she has passed. But I need to ask the estate owner. But anyway, that is one of the pieces from that estate. And it does show up really nicely against this board. So I'm just double stranding it here. But so you can see how it hangs. Okay. Pass for now on that. I'm getting towards the end of that jewelry, I think. Let me see here. Oh, this was the unusual piece I had. Now, okay, so we're gonna pass. We pass for now on that guy, and get that out of the way. Excuse me. Okay, so this is the most unusual thing. I think the bellows I had on earlier tonight, but this evening were unusual. This, to me, is the most unusual thing. The best I can describe this is it is a handmade Nepali musical instrument. And again, this is one of those things where the prices, when I saw them out there, were all over the place. But I'm perfectly comfortable with asking $25 for this. You might be able to go out and sell this thing for 3 and 4 times that. I have no idea. But I'm just saying this is a good deal to start with for starting bid. And I'm going to bring it up close here so you can see it better. It does need the strings are all have been moved off the. This is called the nut. If anybody knows anything about guitars, it's called the nut. And there's some kind of a. It feels like an animal skin type thing down here underneath the bridge. This is called the bridge, and you can see it's all handmade. The back is all carved. And I'll show you all the way up through here. And with the wooden pegs for tightening and adjusting the strings. So I'm not messing with this. This is exactly the way I found it. I am not going to try and adjust the strings or move things around or do anything with it. If nothing else, it's a very unique display piece of folk art. But all my research says this is made in Nepal. You can see where the strings are tied around on the base here, and it's all carved. So I have not done anything to it, and I'm not going to. Like I say, if nothing else, it's a very unique piece to display for decor. But it's definitely a folk art piece. Get down a little closer here, get some better light on that. But if there's any interest in that, that is the best I can describe it for you. and I didn't try to turn the pegs. I have not done anything. I'm exactly as is. And I thought, okay, we'll throw it out there and see if there's anybody out there that's interested in this kind of decor from Nepal. There's no name. I couldn't find a name anywhere or any kind of initials. I didn't see anything like that. I just found it very unique. Like I say, any dirt, dust, or whatever that's paint here. There's a little bit of paint on here for some reason. I suspect that wherever it was kept, it was just brushed up against something. Anyway, okay. Not seeing any interest in that. I see this is probably the most unique item tonight, other than the bellows, the wooden bellows I showed earlier. We'll pass for now, and we'll just see if there's any interest out there in the online world on something like that. Okay, set that down someplace safe. All right, and let's see. Oh yeah, one more purse. I've got a nice little simple Vera Bradley bag. Let me bring the camera up. Oh, did I even write this one down? Not have. Okay. So this is Vera Bradley. That's just my inventory tag. Very clean on the usual zippered pouch on the inside. 3 pouches there. There's the bottom. Straps are in good condition. Zippers all work. Simple little bag. So Vera Bradley. And we'll start this at 10, I guess. See if there's any interest. $10. And if there's anything else anybody wants to see about it, but like I say, this very, very clean, very good condition. Double zipper, both work. And the inside zipper over here works just fine. Oh, ooh, they left something in there. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. Tickets for a cinema, a theater. Huh, theater tickets. That's cool. Oh, there's no money though. Nope, no money. Just theater tickets and expired theater tickets. Shows you, I guess I haven't looked in the pockets yet. And I'm guessing they went to a Chinese restaurant because there's a fortune in there. Fortune as well. That says, you will have no problems in your home. Oh, that's good to know. Cool. Yeah, they went to see the Essex Cinema. Went to see Harry Potter, and they went to see. Oh gosh, these are old. 2007 the tickets. That tells you how old that purse is. And, huh. And they went to ballet. Wow, they did some traveling. So cool. You never know what you're going to find in these purses. Well, anyway, so there's a Vera Bradley, and I guess we'll pass for now on that, unless you want the tickets from 16 years ago. That tells you what they must have taken really good care of stuff. If this is 16 years, something I had 16 years ago, and it's in this good a condition. Wow, that's cool. Alrighty. Okay. I did have, oh, there it is. I got a jewelry box. I know Cassandra left, unfortunately. So this is a musical jewelry box. Now, the jewelry box is not in mint condition, but is in good condition. I would call it a very good condition, actually. And this one goes for, I have found this one online, and this is a music box. Musical jewelry box, we'll call it. I think it's misspelled jewelry. I always seem to do that same mistake. And we're going to start this at $15, and you're going to see why in a minute. So this is your typical, places for rings in the drawer underneath. I'm going to wind it up, and you'll know. Now, it doesn't play until you pull the drawer out. And when you close a drawer, it stops playing. And that's because it's in the back here. Plays Love Me Tender. What a tag on the bottom. Probably made in China, who knows? It's really faded out, whatever it is. But it's a little dusty in places. Could stand a, a touch up, maybe with just some polish or whatever. But $15 for a music box that plays Love Me Tender when you open the bottom drawer. And you see this a little bit of minor wear on the edges, which is not unusual. It is labeled in the back. Musical jewelry box, tune Love Me Tender. There's an S on the wind-up key, which would tell me that it might be Sankyo movement inside, which is pretty common. They make a lot. Yep, it is Sankyo. Sankyo. That's the pretty common company for making music boxes, or the musical part of the music box. So I thought I'd throw that out there, see if there's any interest, and any Elvis fans out there. You can throw it out there. Otherwise, we will go on to another item. Yeah, right. So we got this one. Yeah, set this one up while people are thinking about that. Okay, come on. All right. There we go. Huh? Pardon me. All right, there. That's better. Okay. Well, no interest in the Love Me Tender musical jewelry box. That's fine. Anybody catching this later can always email me. That's fine. Oops. No, don't play anymore. Okay. I got another piece of boy, goodness, I can say I'm classy tonight. Another piece of jewelry, and this is a very short. I think what did I measure this at? 14-inch. Bring the camera up so you can see it better. So this is, I'm going to have to put it in my hand because the black is really distorting it. But this is made. It's marked Germany. From the best of I could research, this is gold tone over aluminum. It's very, very light, very lightweight, and you can see, might be able to see the Germany marking. This is the interesting clasp that's on it. It's got a hook like that. It's very soft metal, and it says Germany right there. And I'm going to put it in my hand so you can see it better against my skin tone rather than against the black background. Stay there in my hand, sliding off. Very, very lightweight, 14 inches in overall length. It is a gold tone, very shiny. Let me bring it up close here so you can get a better look at it. It's like a herringbone sort of pattern. Oh, hi, Krista. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate that. So we're going to call this, I'm going to hang on, put this back on here so I can type. So this is a gold tone over aluminum, Germany. It says Germany on the, oops, I can't spell Germany. I can't spell aluminum. First. Oh my, I was getting at the end here. Yeah, we'll start this at 10. This is 14 inches long. Very, very lightweight. But like a herringbone pattern, as you can see. Actually, that's showing pretty good right there. Must have caught the lighting just right this time. So it is definitely a very gold tone with this chain, clasp that has the hook type clasp on it. And hope you're doing well, Krista. Appreciate you stopping by. By the way, I'm very proud of my little dog. The video I posted, my little dog out there, who's apparently very popular out there on YouTube world. Her playing with my daughter's dog. If you haven't seen that, it's pretty cute. She is ruthless. So, okay, let's see here. Let's get near the end of my jewelry. I think I got one more piece left. Yes, and I have one other music box. So I'm going to show the music box next, and then another piece of jewelry. Here it is. Okay. All right. This is all for the movie buffs, this music box. All right. I'll pass for now on that piece. So let me bring my camera down. All right. So this is a fountain, and there are three objects in this fountain. I don't know if the bird has the birds have any kind of a significance, but because I'm not that familiar with the movie. But this is a movie from, gosh, my wife should have told me. I think it's from I want to say from the 50s, maybe. It was called Three Coins in a Fountain. And this is a music box from San Francisco Music Box Company. And it plays the music from that. It's called God, there was Three Coins in a Fountain. So it was the first part of that song. Actually, I timed that just well. So it says from San Francisco Music Box. And what I have discovered with music boxes, by the way, which is a very interesting thing. Actually, let me look up what I was asking for this. No, we're starting this at $10. So I say 10, right? Yeah, 10. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, so there's 3 coins in the fountain. Kind of. And so San Francisco Music Box Company. Yeah. Oh, I was saying, I have discovered that where you place the music box can alter what you hear by a significant amount. If I put it on a wooden surface, for example, it tends to affect the tone of what you hear. So right now it's sitting on a cloth, and that seems to mute it a bit, and actually almost seems to distort it in some ways. If you hold it up in the air, it doesn't seem to be as nice as when you have it sitting down. So I had a music box collection in the past, sold them off. Yeah, we've had quite a few over the years, and that's kind of where some of these have come from. Is from some of our stuff. So, but yeah, I I guess it's the engineer in me. I'm an engineer by trade, or was, and retired now, engineer by trade, and so I always look at these weird things like how sound is. I also am a musician, so I tend to look at things like that also, and wonder how things work. So in fact, I'm in the process now of trying to restore a music box that I came across the other day that somebody had left, and it plays a very nice tune, but I can't figure out why it won't play correctly. So anyway, so that's the 3 coins in the fountain, not mountain, fountain music box. And San Francisco Music Box Company generally has really good quality movements in them. At least that's been my experience. And you see a lot of the Sankyo movements in a lot of these, and that's, I think Sankyo is in Japan. Yes, it's Japanese. So, but anyway, okay. Well, nobody's jumping at this one, so that's fine. I know I'm going on here, so, and I can do that. I can go on for hours. Sorry, I mean that's an exaggeration, but I can go on for quite a while talking about just about anything. So, okay. Yes, thank you. He is. He's been playing since he was, I want to say 9 or 10 years old. Took lessons for years and loves performing. He's been in a couple of small bands, but does like to play on his own, and he likes to take on challenges. What he surprised us this past performance, it wasn't in the video I showed, but he has been learning how to play the harmonica. So he was playing a Tom Petty tune that has some, I think it was Tom Petty that had some harmonica in it. And he's also been messing with some other genres as well. So, but anyway, okay. So we'll pass for now on the music box, and we'll jump to this piece of jewelry. And I'm going to call this green glass and sterling. So, necklace. And because of the sterling, I'm going to start this at 15. Okay, and we'll give you some good close-ups here. This is, oh, did I measure the length on this? Yeah, this is 26 inches. And it's a deep green. And I'm going to, again, I'll show it in my hand because I guess I know in the black it doesn't show well. But it's green with the silver beads in between. And the clasp is marked, is an unusual looking lobster claw clasp, but it is marked sterling. You just can barely make it out on the claw of the right there. And the beads, I could not find markings on them, but I'm fairly confident that they're sterling. And there is a little bit of a tarnish on them, but nothing serious. But let me hold this in my hand again. To it's whatever they're using. It's not a silk in there. I think it's a wire core. I say that because it's a little stiff, but that should give you a better view of the color. And it's a very luminescent green glass. It does capture the light nicely. It's very crystalline in form, but I wouldn't call it. I don't think it's technically crystals, green glass crystals, but they are faceted, so they reflect the light because of the faceting. And like I said, this was, I said, 26 inches. This really unusual necklace. Again, I think this came from the same estate. I think it's a vintage piece. Hangs nicely. But okay, and was I going to have one other item? Can't recall. Oh, I did. Forgot one other item. I knew I'd forget it. I didn't write it down. That's why. After this, I have one last item, and this is something I don't sell. The next item is something I don't sell a lot of, but not that I don't have a lot of it, but I haven't generally put this kind of stuff up too much in auction. For those that do know me a little bit, for those that are new to me, I have a small eBay presence right now. I'm hoping to expand that. I am literally sitting on probably close to 300 or 400. Oh no, it's got to be more than that now. Over 400, we'll just say, be on the safe side. Vinyl albums. I just got a bunch of vintage 45s and vinyl and 12-inch LPs as well. 4 boxes of them from somebody, and I haven't even started counting those yet. So the 400 number is just what I have. And then I have some CD sets, and I mean like Bruce Springsteen's a set of Bruce Springsteen. I think I have Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, so some vintage stuff. And I have some toys as well that I don't put up too much here, other than that one game that Miranda just bought. But I do have toys, and I have. I will be putting up shortly. I have a ton of Christmas collectibles, so hopefully you'll either see that on eBay soon or whatever. And I have a lot of other collectibles out there on eBay that I tend to promote on eBay more than my auctions, at least for now. So, okay, we'll pass for now on that necklace, and that's okay. And the last item for the evening is a really beautiful covered butter dish. And I'm guessing this is vintage. I should know better, but it is in excellent condition. There are no chips on the edges or anywhere along here. I'll show it up close here. It's the I'm gonna call this a vintage glass butter dish, covered butter dish. And we'll start this at, I really didn't plan on this one, but we'll say $10. How's that sound? But you'll see this is very pretty. It's got like a smoked glass finish on the bottom. It's kind of a Christmassy pattern, maybe. I don't know. Is that supposed to be poinsettias? I really wasn't sure. But it's etched, is it crystal? I couldn't answer that either. I don't think so. The reason I say that is because it's smooth, not jagged, the etching. So, but it's a beautiful floral pattern with a smoky finish on the bottom and the same kind of finish on the top. Which is nice about this covered dish is it's got the ears, and those are a bit smoky. Also the same smoky kind of a satin finish here. But for those that want to have a nice covered butter dish, pressed glass. Oh, okay. Thank you, Krista. Okay, I couldn't think of that term. Sometimes my mind just goes blank, and it just there. But it's really pretty one, and like I said, the condition is excellent. There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's really nice, and in excellent condition. Yeah, well, it comes with age for me, so that's my excuse. So since I retired, it seems like certain things seem to escape my grasp. My wife, fortunately, she's my backup, so she'll say, "Oh, no, it's this, it's that, whatever." When I can't think of it, she will. When she can't think of it, I will. So, yeah, it's a nice piece. Thank you, Krista. So, but yeah, I thought I'd put it out there and see if there's anybody interested in that kind of thing. I do have some rather interesting glassware. I've got some pieces that are definitely considered collectible. I have a round butter dish that I got it this same as this one. That one has a minor chip on the inside lip, and if anybody's interested, I could bring that one out. But it's kind of cool. Yeah, those. And that's usually what if I don't sell it in the auction, I will definitely put it out on eBay. Like I say, my eBay presence right now is very small. I think I only have about 100 items out there, and I plan to expand that immensely in the very near future. I just have to sit down and take a lot of pictures. So, I have all kinds of figurines and um, types of things like that. I also have some very large ceramic pieces as well. So that's a matter of, and like I said, this is a state that I've been helping with, and I'm literally sitting next to a box full of ceramics from him that I'm trying to sell. Early American press glass. Oh, EEPG. Oh, thank you. Always learn something. Everywhere I go, no matter where. Cool. Well, I hadn't planned on too much more for the evening. I was going to go 2 hours, and I'm just about at that 2 hour mark. If I always tell people, if there's something you're interested in that you're collecting, I know, for example, one person here that gets is into music boxes. I have more music boxes besides what I showed tonight. I do have vinyl albums. If there's a particular album you're looking for that I don't have out on eBay, and I don't have a handful out on eBay right now, zing me a note. Say, hey, I'm looking for this or I'm looking for that. I have some toys. I have a lot of vintage toys, like 18th scale cars and trucks and things like that. Some are in the original box, brand new. I have some artwork as well. I have video games. I have video game consoles. I got some Sega Genesis stuff just the other day, and a bunch of PlayStation 4 games. I have a lot more jewelry and purses. I literally have, I think now, 4 or 5 bins of purses. So, and that's why I say I try not to. Thank you. I appreciate that, Krista. It's a slow start to get. Getting a slow start. That's okay. I expect that. There's a lot of other people out there, like that are resellers, and not just me. And I watch them too. So, and that's fine. I often buy from them. My favorites out there. There are people who I've been watching for literally 2 years. So, and that's been okay with me. But I do have. I think my last inventory I have in the thousands of items. So, and clothing I have. In fact, I'm about to post some new clothing out there on eBay. I have some vintage stuff already out there, and I will be putting some more stuff up shortly. But there's that too. So, anyway, I'm ranting again. I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. I really do. I want to thank you all for helping out. Usually sell on here. Oh yeah, mostly on eBay now. Yeah, I've got some stuff on Poshmark, Krista, and I've got a little bit on Etsy. I've had some success with Etsy, little to no success on Poshmark for some reason. And I am putting what I consider things on Poshmark that are brand new, new at tag kind of stuff, and not having much success. But anyway, yes, have a good evening, and thank you all for tuning in. And if you see something later on, let me switch cameras back. I always forget to do this. Okay. There. Yeah, so thank you for tuning in, everybody, and appreciate that, and appreciate those that made purchases, of course. And thank you, and we'll see you hopefully later in the week. I always post a preview of what I'm about to do. Try to do it the day before as much as possible. So look for my previews, and I'll give you a hint of what's coming. All righty. Good night.